Hi there, Chris Nelson here. You might not recognize me with all this hair, but it is me. And I'm here to talk to you about the Community Action Network, or CAN. Our church and CAN have had a long history of working together to do good things in our community. Some of the projects that we worked on together are, at Christmas time, the Giving Tree. A lot of the presents go to the Bryant Community Center, which is part of CAN. In past summers, a few years back, we've done cereal drives so that the kids who are part of CAN have a little extra to eat in the summertime when they don't have school lunches. And me personally, I've been working with CAN on various projects for the last dozen years or so. I currently am on the board and serve as the chair. I'd like you to know some more about CAN, but I think the folks that can tell you the best and the most are the folks from CAN themselves. Take a look.
Community Action Network is a Washtenaw County nonprofit that partners with children, youth, and families in under-resourced neighborhoods in Washtenaw County. Community Action Network focuses on education, housing stabilization, and community building services.
Our desire is that everyone would be contributing in the way that they can, whether that's their time, their talent, or their treasure.
So one thing I don't think many people realize is that there's still a huge need in Washtenaw County. In Washtenaw County, we have about 13,000 kids that are under-resourced, that are school-aged, and about 10,000 of those are not receiving services right now. CAN serves about 300 of those, so we're talking about 3%. So if you think about the numbers, our impact is big, but it could be a lot bigger.
So currently, all of our clients are accessing all CAN services at zero cost. And the only way that we can do that is through your support. Every dollar that comes to CAN is put right back into the community.
It's a place for everybody. They have played a big part with keeping the kids occupied, giving them what they need, providing what the kids need so they're not going out there and looking for it somewhere else.
In the past, students had to pay for opportunities to be involved in after-school programs, and that really limited a lot of our families. And now with CAN in our building, families have access to wonderful programming that's free of charge.
Kids grow. Kids grow socially and emotionally, kids grow academically. It really benefits both children and their families.
The work that CAN does in our community is so important because of the approach that CAN takes to building community. That they focus on young people and building their ability to achieve academically, and then they also look at families and make sure that families have what they need to not only meet their basic needs, but also thrive. And then they take a step back even further and look at the neighborhoods that stand the most to gain and work in those neighborhoods specifically to build community.
CAN has been really effective and a good community partner, working together to try to help solve problems that are happening with whatever's going on in the community.
So here at CAN, we really believe it takes a village to do what we're doing.
And what we need from the community is really a sense of awareness about the magnitude of the problem that we're facing, the people that are trying to do something, and support. If we had the support from the entire Ann Arbor community, we could do really wonderful things for our neighbors.
So for every dollar that gets donated to CAN, because of volunteers, AmeriCorps Vistas, and just a plethora of community resources, we're able to turn that $1 into $4 worth of resources for low-income families.
I know it can seem like a daunting task to try to drive major change in our community, but the reality is it really doesn't take much. Just for example, if everybody in just Ann Arbor alone gave a little bit over $5, we would actually more than double our impact as an agency. We can make a huge difference. We can, just by stepping forward in whatever little ways that we can, it all can contribute. Part of our goal as an agency is bringing the whole community together, both at the neighborhood, but as a whole, so that we can create a thriving community for everybody to live in.
We're seeing entire neighborhoods succeeding that otherwise may not have.
Together,
We can create brighter futures.
Brighter futures.
We can create brighter futures.
Together, we can create brighter futures.
So that's CAN in normal times, but we're not in normal times. What is CAN doing now? CAN has been able to pivot very quickly to offer essential services in the communities that they serve. They've been distributing hundreds of educational kits and art supplies to the students within their communities. They've worked with Ann Arbor Public Schools to deliver tech devices to the students so they can continue to learn. But one of the most important things they're doing is providing food resources to the communities they serve so that people aren't hungry. In the 5 locations that are open, their food pantry has doubled in volume, and half of the people that they're seeing, they've never seen before. In the first 6 to 7 weeks of the pandemic, they served more meals than they did all of 2019. The increased demand is not going to go away anytime soon, and CAN's committed to continue to provide meals and food for as long as they can. The number one thing they need is funding. They need money. So if you want to make an impact in your local community, here, now, please consider a donation to CAN.